a testimony of God's faithfulness. Yeah, Mike. You got 5 minutes.
Okay, I don't know where to start, but I'll try in 5 minutes. It wouldn't do justice if I just say what happened this year. So I'd start all the way from my PUC because I was up to a mischief a lot back then. When I was in my PU, right after school, scored well. I joined Mount Carmel College, and as everyone knows, when you join college, get two horns. My friends were I should say, very good friends. So I was forced into, not forced, in just pleasing everyone, I would do everything that my friends would do. Got into drinking, and not because I liked it. I'm from a Catholic background, and drinking isn't a big deal. We've seen it in my house. So, but going out and drinking was crazy.
Dad and Mama standing there. Uncle, is that true? You still drink at home? Okay, you lift your hands up.
So I have seen it from my childhood, yeah, of course not now. So, but doing it with my friends was like thrill. I would come home drunk, and I'm sure Dad doesn't know all of this, but my mom knows. I would come and just sleep, and I would just know nothing the next day. And when I'm drunk, I remember my friends would take videos of me, and next day laugh at me the way I used to behave. It was hilarious at that point, but after a while it used to hurt me. Like, what am I doing? I've seen it in my house. I've seen my uncles and my aunts. I never used to do it at home, but going out and doing something like this is not nice. Everyone laughing at me the next day, it's just not nice. And then it continued. Then came the next part when I had so-called the love of my life. There I had an entry. He was from a Christian background, so he would tell me, don't drink, okay, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. I was like, wow, so he's the man, and he's here to bring me out of all this. That's how I felt. So yeah, I eventually stopped for him because eventually pleasing everyone, pleasing friends, pleasing the relationship, everything was pleasing everybody. I was pleasing him, so I stopped everything. Mom was happy that she didn't know that I was in a relationship, but she knew I was out of all this, and she was very happy about it. I was getting so serious in the relationship. I thought he was a Christian boy. I had high hopes about everything. And everything was going fine, and my friends are looking at me and say, oh, you think you're an angel because you're dating a Christian boy? So you don't drink, and what are you trying to do? I was just ignorant about it eventually, but I failed in my second PU. I had a back paper in math, and that's the day, that day I would never want to recollect, and I would never want anyone to go through that, because still remember running out of the house, so much of depression, all the people who drank with me, who smoked around me, who pulled me to those pubs, everyone got through, every single person got through. I was doing commerce, and all of them were doing science, everybody got through except me. It was, I couldn't take it because I felt like, God, what are you trying to do to me? Well, what are you trying, like, what do you want from me? You brought this boy, I thought everything is fine. Now, I'm standing over, I remember my friends would laugh at me, like, oh my God, look, what did she do? She failed. And I tried so many things. I tried to drink Harpic. Might be funny, but I tried doing something like that. Ran out of the house. I troubled my parents so much. I think I'm equivalent to 10 boys at one go. That's what they tell me. So I came out of that, and eventually then got out of college. God provided. That's what I wanted to tell everyone. Everywhere I was, God still provided every step. Even though I failed, if I had continued in Mount Carmel College, I would have got into something. But God, changed the entire, what I wanted to do. I wanted to do BBM. He provided the same course in another college very far away from my friends. Joined CMR, and I wasn't very happy with the college. I was like, what is this? And here, who I thought was the man in my life, walked away without any reason. Just one fine day, just doesn't pick my calls. And I'm standing here thinking, I'm being judgmental. I'm like, this is how Christian boys are. this is what you tried to give to me. And after my PU, that was my second fall. It was very hard. I wouldn't go to college, I wouldn't write exams. I would stand outside his house. I have done such crazy stuff. I remember I would make my dad and mom cry along with me every evening because of what I was going through. He never gave up. No one gave up on me. Everyone kept pushing me. I continued. College was getting better. I was trying to get over my relationship. Everything was going fine. When I was in the verge of, I'm going to decide what I'm going to do, there comes another boy in my life who I thought was, he proved, he was all that I was looking at. He was all that I saw in a boy. Very beautiful. That also was going, it started off. Eventually started suppressing all my talents. Everything would be no, no, no. Everything that I wanted to do would be no. Go to church. Who are you going? For what you're going to church? For what? Everything was a why. And that's when I thought that everything I have done according to me, every time, everywhere I have done according to me. I've tried to please my friends, my relationship, everything I've tried. And this time I thought that, no, I'm not. I had gone so far with him that it was so hard. Everyone knew about it, everyone knew in church, everyone knew, so I thought I'd never come out of it. I thought everyone would judge me. I would stand right here behind this pillar when the lights were off and weep my heart out. I was wondering, where am I going? And I took the courage, and that's the day, like the Bible says, blessed is the one who confesses and doesn't turn back to it, and who stands for it. That day I stood and I said, God, no, it's a no. And you won't believe, it was just like joy comes in the morning, it was the joy from the next day. And since then, it's never returning back. Never ever returning back in my life. Till now, I've never felt that I need someone, because it's so beautiful how God is guiding me. He's using my talents. I used to just write for food. I used to review food because whenever I go to restaurants, I used to just write a bit about it. That was my passion. But now God is using me in such a way that I have a page and it has 12,000 followers, and big restaurants in Bangalore invite me just so I can review their food. And it's such a joy that so many people approach me, not just food. And last week, Tata Motors approached me and said, could you just put up a post of our new launch of our car? I'm like, me? Are you serious? Look at me. Look at, and newspapers call me and they're like, can you please do a shoot? Have you seen my height? Everyone can see me, right? I'm with heels on. And me doing a photo shoot for brands like Being Human, I'm like, where am I? So if God can use a mess like me to someone who's standing here to testify, then I think God has something to do for everyone. We always say when something goes wrong, we always say, why God, why me? Every hard time, we always say, why God? It's always a question. I encourage everyone and say, try God. He'll never let you down. Thank you.